Welcome, guys. Oh man, I cannot believe this is actually happening. I have been struggling to try and get the logistics in the background on this, so forgive me if there are any technical issues. Definitely let me know, because this is the first time doing it here. We got some people already here. We got Frankie, Gatsby. Oh gosh, my eyesight is so bad. Shane Cha? Shane Cha? Wait, can I? There we go. Yeah, Shane Cho, Ryan Underwood, Kentucky Ray, Kevin Bean, am I saying Bean? Joseph Cook, and Kevin. Oh, sorry, you just became a member, man. I cannot pronounce your name. Kevin Ben. All right, I cannot read to save the life of me. Caleb. Oh my, did you put this in here just to mess up with me not being able to pronounce something? Caleb Bonging. I'm not. No, I think that's a bad word. I think you're trying to get me to say something bad. I'm just gonna move on here. Albert Lum. It's just a bunch of letters. That's not a word, right? I'm gonna say it's not a word. Stay at home, the Bourbon Dad. Pinto. Oh gosh. Okay. Awesome, dude. David S. What else? Oh man. Okay, now I can't scroll my thing here. Yeah, David S. Longtime Patreon member. Man, I'm so glad you're here, man. You're like one of the first ones. Thank you for supporting from the beginning. A Novovan. I feel like I'm worse than Dan from the Bourbon Jug trying to do stuff. And then Joseph Cook, thank you for the super chat. I really appreciate it, man. I didn't know if there actually would be any super chats tonight, so I appreciate you getting the ball rolling here, being the first one to do it here at $2. I really appreciate it. So tonight we are going to be doing. I'm going to be opening the lot B here as a celebration pour for crushing 5K. I thought this would be a good one to celebrate with. I haven't heard the best reviews for this bottle. I've never had this myself, but the 24 is supposed to be good, allegedly. So we're going to crack that and see if it is anything special. And then with that, we're going to do a 12-year blind. We're going to do the Eagle Rare 12, the Weller 12, the JD 12. What else is on that thumbnail? The Wild Turkey 12. I think that's probably all I have in me to do as a blind, because that's a lot. I debated putting in the Knob Creek 12 or the 1792 12. If one of you guys feels like that one of those has to be in, I might be able to make room in for it. But it's definitely going to be at least the first 5 I mentioned. And I cannot. Oh gosh, this is embarrassing. I might have to go get what do you call it? One of those things in the kitchen that helps you open things. Okay. All right. Got it. Not dentist approved. I do not think my dentist friends would be approving that way to open it, but that's what we had to do here. Let's make it a healthy pour. All right, so lot B, this is a 12-year-old Van Winkle made at Buffalo Trace Distillery. Same stuff as a Weller 12. It's just basically hand-selected by the Van Winkles to go on this label. It should be a little older. Oh, is it older? I don't even think it actually is much older. That does smell good, though. That has a nice sweet oak on it. Much better than actually I was expecting. Yeah, that's actually really good. I was expecting to hate on it, but that is pretty pleasant. Let's see here. I think I missed some people. Anthony Ward. I'm so sorry if I missed you guys. Tora Connoisseur Cigar. Okay. Hey man, how you doing? Patrick Stowe. Poor drinkers. Poor bourbon decisions. Definitely can feel that sometimes. But this is much better than I was going to give this credit for. It's a nice mellow oak, not over oaked. Like, it's not bitter, it's not harsh, it's not in your face, like very pungent oak that a lot of bourbon connoisseurs are chasing on that higher oak stuff. It's much more softer and more mellow. And I think that's why this appeals to more of a broader demographic, because it isn't as forceful. It's kind of just more pleasant. Like, you don't have to think too much, you don't have to work too much at it. Yeah, it's just a nice soft oak. I'm really enjoying it. It's like almost like older bourbons, like dustier bourbons, where it has more of that like softerness to it, like kind of butteriness. That's kind of like what's in this. Yeah, that's really nice. That's not bitter at all. So for you guys at home, I hope you guys brushed up on your bourbon retriever knowledge, because we are be doing a game tonight, 25 questions on bourbon retriever history. And the winner of that game is who is going to be taking home the sample pack. So how you join is up over here. Over here on the top left is the game code. Go to that website, put it in your phone, laptop, whatever. You join that link, hit that code, and that will get you into the game. Actually, let me start it. I don't know if I've, oh shoot, did I mess up? All right, I think I started it too soon. Let me end it, and then I'll restart it. Welcome, whoever who won that one. All right, I'm gonna fix this and get us back on track. Oh dear, I'm already falling apart here. Get your lead. Start. All right, here's the new link and code. You'll see your participants here in the far right for you to join. Please use your either name that be on your driver's license or your YouTube name. That would be most helpful in verifying the winner. So make sure I'm sending the samples to the right person. So when you're into the game here, make sure I use one of those two so we can verify in the back end that you are the actual winner. But the winner will get a nice sample pack of the 12 years that we have today. And I did not know this. It looks like this Lot B had a, what do you call this? The little like chip on them. I thought only the B-Tax had them, but it looks like these Lot Bs had them too. I should have done that before you opened it, but oh well. Oh, it's on the screen. Jeez. Okay. Let's see here. I gotta add it back into the platform here. All right, that's back. All right, we're back now. Yeah, brand new. Let's see here. Yeah, there's the code. Join in. You'll see on the right here your name when you jump in. And once we get a quorum, I'll get us started. I'll probably let this run till, I don't know, 7:15, something like that, somewhere in there, and then we'll get started. What's the type of okay? See if I missed in the chats here. Yeah, off screen. Thank you. Patrick Stowe. How do I add you? There you go. I can actually read it better when I put it on the screen. Brand new to the channel, so good luck to those participants sitting here with an Augusta Buckner 10-year. Okay, so I've been hearing good things about the Buckners 10s, 13s. I think there's 8 years too. So yeah, let me know if it's good or not. I'm debating purchasing. They are expensive, so that's why I've kind of held off on buying them. But let me know if they're good. If there's something that's worth worth going after. It's just hard to buy everything when they're so expensive. Actually, I have not drank this yet. I can't believe I didn't drink it yet. All right. Taylor's joining this quiz. I might disqualify him, though. He might have an unfair advantage in this. He's been around the channel too long to potentially win this. Because there are some deep questions. Like, I personally myself had to go back and watch some of my videos to answer the questions for this questionnaire. So it's a tough one. Like, I think if you get 50% of these questions right, you are doing a good job, because there are some really, really tough ones in there. Yeah, on the palate, it's a little weak. It makes sense for a 92 proofer. It's not going to have like a long finish. I definitely think the aroma is better than the palate on this, because I give it points for that like sonic softness on the aroma, but I like a little more oomph there on the palate. Yeah, it's just simple, sweet, very light oak, not heavy at all. Super light oak. Might be the lightest of the oak of the 12 that we'll be trying today. I'm pretty sure, just like off memory, like the JD 12 has more oak, the Eagle Rare 12 has more oak. It's been a while since I've had the 12, the Weller 12. The Wild Turkey, I think, has more oak on it, so it seems like it has the softer of all of them. Knob Creek 12 is a good one. I might have to put that in the blind tonight because it's a sleeper. Like the last time I did this 12-year blind, I didn't have the Lot B in it. I didn't have the Eagle Rare 12. It was the Knob Creek 12, Evan Williams 12, Wild Turkey 12, 79.2, 12-year. I'm trying to think. I think there's another bottle in there with it. I think the Weller 12 might have been in there, and the Knob Creek 1. And I would have 100% guessed it would have come in last place, and it shocked me and won. So that's why I am scared to put it in the blind tonight, because it might win. But it's a good sleeper bottle. Oh, I think a lot is better. I'm not a fan of the Shanks. I like the Bomberers more than the Shanks. Just me personally. I think I would take the Lot B over the Shanks. But there are many bottles that I think would beat the Lot B. And that's part of the reason to do the blind tonight. We're going to see if any of these other cheaper 12-year alternatives are something that can actually beat the 12 in a lineup. All right, how many people we have over here? I think we might have quorum over here on the game side. I might give it like one more minute as I get these sample jars out and get started on pouring, because I probably should have poured all these before we started, but I don't know, wasn't planning that far ahead. Shame on me. I also need to label these. What else we got here? I'm trying to click on these things and I am struggling, man. I bought like this Apple Air Mouse and like to help me be able to do these from afar, but I didn't comprehend maybe my eyesight not being up to speed. Was in Baltimore last month, picked up Epoch single barrel. I have not had those. I've seen them on the shelf. I know they're local. I personally have not had those. I know Anthony Peters is local, and he'd probably be able to give you a better recommendation on those, but I personally have not tried any of them. All right. So you join the game by, oh gosh, if I can point at over here, click the link, joinmyquizzes.com, and then enter that code. And then that is how you will be able to get into the game. but I'll give you another like 2 minutes or so before I start it. All right, where's my pen and pencil? All right. I'll do lot B. We got Eagle Rear 12. I probably need to write legible so I can actually read this at the end of the night. We're going to do the Weller 12. We're going to do the Wild Turkey 12. Watson, chill. I don't know if you can hear that dog toy in the background. That was another mistake I did, was not put all the dog toys away. I've been debating buying those dog toys. They're like silent dog toys, like only dogs can hear the squeaker sound in them. Been debating buying those, but I haven't quite yet. Slot B. Rare. So I'm gonna do my best not to remember which of these is which. It'd be nice if I did have someone else here to like pour them all out, but you know, I'm gonna keep this as blind as I can do it. I'm gonna mix them up after I mark them all. It's about the best I can do in those circumstances. Let's see, what else did I say? Weller 12. This is a Weller 12 from, gosh, what year is it? Can I even read the code on this? I think it says 2023. It's the year that I remember Cam from Mash and Drums. If you know the channel, you probably know him. Definitely go check him out. He does the best palette on YouTube by far. But he did a review of the Weller 12 from, I think it was 2023, and talked about how it's like one of the better batches that have ever come out. So this is from that year that he did that review or whatever. So that might have a chance to compete tonight. But that was a fresh crack, so it's hard to judge these on fresh cracks. Both the Lot B and the Weller 12 are going to be fresh cracks tonight. And then I'm just going to do the blind as we do the questionnaires to help keep the ball rolling here, because I want to make this about an hour live stream. It may roll over a little bit, but I'm kind of aiming for something kind of like in that ballpark for this. All right, we got Wild Turkey 12. Like, where did I put that stuff? And then JD12 be going in. Now this is also probably me cheating a little bit for this blind. This is batch 1. This is the best batch that Jack Daniel's has ever put out. It beats all the 10s they put out. It beats all the 12s, 1, 2, and 3. Well, beats 2 and 3. This is 1. And it beats 14. Like, this batch 1 of JD12 is absolutely magnificent. So if this doesn't win tonight, I'm going to be very, very sad. But it might be unfair to be putting this one in there instead of like one of the other batches. So I'm going to do those 5. I think that's a lot. That's a lot for me. But yeah, I think that'll be good for tonight. JD12. Yeah, Wild Turkey, right. Make sure I wrote these right, that I can actually read them. Yep. All right. Those are all right. Got to put the Wild Turkey back on. I'll do that later. All right. Let's go ahead and get this thing started. Okay. I think we got quorum over here to get this thing going. I'm actually gonna make the game bigger for you guys so you can see it a little better. There we go. Yeah, I'm gonna make the game bigger on there. You got. I'm gonna give you a little more time because I think there probably is gonna be a delay with this first one. But this is simple. What is my name? I'm hoping that there is a good 75% correct answer on this. Yeah, I'll give you another 15 seconds because it was the first one. But yeah, we'll see. Yep, please hit the like button. Appreciate it. Helps get the word out for other people who are just scrolling through the internet, and there's a lot of likes. It can get on for people. All right. Okay. Only 8 of you responded. Okay, so we got a resounding lead here for 8 of you. Or no, maybe only 8 of you got it right, which is also sad if that might be true. But all right, let's see. I think if I click. Oh, so here it is. Okay. One person said Taylor. 2 people said Mr. Retriever. Fair enough. Maybe I should start going with my name. And then 8 of you said me. Yeah, there's a lot more than that people in here. So I might have gone a little too fast in that front for you front people. But just so you guys know, the game is underway. And how do I get to the next question? This is horrendous. How do I? That's the first one. Oh, next here in the bottom right. Okay. All right. What days of the week do I post? This should be another simple one. I feel like I've been pretty regular. Like the first year or 2 of the channel, I was not regular at all. But I feel like for the last year or so, I've been pretty good with posting on a certain schedule. As I mix these bottles up and hopefully are mixed up enough that I cannot remember. I've already forgotten where everything is, and it's only been a couple minutes here. All right, we got some movement. Jason Watts up there, Lucas P. Okay, David. I'm sure. Oh yeah, please jump to the front if you aren't synced up. Just hit live, go to the front, and that'll hopefully get you back up to speed. All right, I'm going to give you guys a 5-second notice here that I am starting on the next question because there is a delay. What is the bottle that got me into whiskey? I'm pretty sure I've mentioned this. Yeah, I've mentioned this in multiple videos. So this is not one that you've only had to watch one video to get. This first one already has a lot of oak on it. Much more than that Loppy I was drinking earlier. But watch it. It's probably going to be the Loppy. Let's see here. Yep, and I'm glad the majority of you got this here with the Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. That was the bottle that got me into whiskey. Blanton's was probably the first thing, I'd be honest, I chased, but that was like more of beginner, like getting into whiskey, like not really like getting seriously into it. The Elijah Craig Barrel Proof Bourbon was the one that I had it, and that's what caused me to go down the rabbit hole of finding all these other bourbons. And I just absolutely fell in love with it. Gosh, and also like there's a little bit of back history on it, that bottle for me. So my dad is a retired Baptist minister, and Elijah Craig is, or the namesake was a Baptist minister from Culpeper, Virginia, which is only a county over from where I grew up as a kid. So there's a little bit of like kind of backstory on that bottle and why it just carries a little more weight on it. So I'm gonna give you 5 seconds going into the next one. I am still on my first glass. And I might need to move moving these a little quicker with how fast these questions are going. There we go. All right, what is my dog's name? Sidekick to the show. He's only been on a couple episodes. My goal was for him to be in more episodes, but he is not necessarily the easiest to work with as an actor. This smells absolutely amazing. Okay, two's on a level. Much sweeter oak. Okay, Jason, still holding on strong there, Taylor. Taylor, you should be ashamed. You should be ashamed that someone is beating you in this. Scooby is a very good guess. A very good guess. We aren't hunting down criminal rings. We're just going after bourbon here. But you majority got it right. It is Watson. Bowman, I've debated is his like fake middle name. It's not official, but basically the story is I went to pick up Watson the day I won the raffle for the Bowman Batch 2. And so I got them both on the same day. I drove here from the DC area down to North Carolina to pick them up. And on the way down 95, I picked up my lottery winnings for the Bowman Batch 2. So his like fake middle name's Bowman, but his real name is just straight up Watson. And I thought about doing Elmer. Elmer, I think it's a great name for a dog. Maybe like one of my future dogs be an Elmer. I think that's just like a classic dog name and ties to bourbon. Because I thought about naming my dog Whiskey, because that's another common dog name. But I just don't think I could do that with the channel, because like every time I mentioned Whiskey, he would probably run over to me, and it would just be an absolute catastrophe trying to film while saying Whiskey over and over and over again. All right, we're going to the next question. What bottle was the first barrel pick that I was a part of? Yeah, I don't know. We'll find out. And this is also really good. I think 12 years is just a nice sweet spot for bourbon, because I could drink any of these and not be disappointed. Oh, that's very sweet. That is much sweeter than the others. Long finish, though. All right, Taylor has overtaken Jason. David's coming in here in third. Let's see if we can get someone, hopefully, to dethrone my boy Taylor, because I cannot have him winning this. But yeah, 3 is really good. 3 is a nice sweetness to it. Like very sweet. Sweet oak compared to the others. These first two are much more darker oaks, especially the second one. I don't know if you can see the color on it, but it looks so much darker. I guess my screen's really small now, isn't it? Yeah, it's so much darker than these other ones. So you got a little bit of a split here. I thought there might be a little confusion with this one. Elijah Barrel Proof is my first one. It has a really cool sticker on it. I don't have it over here. No, I don't have it. Here's some of my Elijah Craigs, but I don't have the pick up there. But I had a sticker on the back of it as a golden retriever. And it was a really cool pick for me, because Elijah Craig is what I cut my teeth on getting into whiskey. So I was really happy for that to be my first pick that I was a part of. But the Old Forester, I think, is the first one that most people know about, because that was like the beginning of me posting about them a lot on the Patreon. So I think that's probably just the one that most recently people have picked up on. But the Elijah Barrel Proof was the first one I was a part of. And you got stay tuned to the Patreon Discord, because we got some great picks coming up. I can't disclose all of them that we have coming up yet. Some of them are still in the pipeline. I'm waiting for other people to announce them first. But we have done some great picks. One I can't talk about is Reveries. Reveries was amazing. We're going out with Jay West out to Middleburg, Virginia. If you get a chance, go out to Middleburg. It is an absolutely gorgeous countryside. Like, if you just dropped you over there, you would think you're in like the Kentucky backwoods, just rolling hills, horse farms, just absolutely, just absolutely gorgeous. Had a great day. Picked 2 buff turkeys that I cannot wait to come in, because if you have had buff turkeys, you know that there's 2 different profiles. There's like the lighter, sweeter ones, which are more of like an E.H. Taylor barrel proof style, like more Buffalo Trace esque, and then you have the more like darker, richer, oakier ones that lean more into like a Russell's aged, higher proof kind of picks. I don't know the proofs on these 2, but those are the 2 profiles that we got, and I think it's really cool that we got 2 of them, because that way, if you don't own any of them, or you owning 1 or 2 of the profiles, you can get either profile or one or the other, or to get the one that you know matches up to your profile, because they are rather expensive. We got also a 10-year MGP, which to me is like one of the best MGPs I've ever had for that 10 years old. Like, it tasted way older to me. And then also a 7-year Barton coming in along with it. But we got some other picks coming in after that that are also really, really cool. Man, I am going through so slow with these pours, because it's hard talking and drinking at the same time. It's like you only have one mouth, and like yeah. But anyways, next question here for you guys. When did I start the channel? This should be another easy one. It's in the logo. If you can find the logo anywhere, the date is on the logo. Yeah, that 1 and 2 are good. I think 2 right now is coming in first place. I'm gonna have to go back between 1 and 3 where those placed are. But I'm gonna move on to 4. I keep forgetting. I'm leaving these like quotes on the screen. There we go. Man, Jason, you were killing it, bud. And Peter Choi is right. It was 2023 is when it started. But yep, I've been planning about it doing it longer than that. But 23 is when the first official video came out. I had shot some like teaser trailers, shot some videos with like friends where I thought about maybe starting the channel with them. But 2023 is when I officially launched my own channel on the YouTube with a public video for all to see, and not just families and friends. Oh, that was quick. Okay. What percentage of the audience is subscribed to the channel? This has come up in a couple of videos, so people might have a decent idea of what it is. So I've mentioned it a couple times what it typically is. I'll give you guys a little more seconds. That was quicker. That was very quick. Me clicking on that. 4 is also really good, man. I really need to sit down with this blind, because that's a nice, man. That's like a candy bar. That's really good too, man. All right. 2 is definitely the lead, but I'm definitely have to taste these others and A/B them to see where they are. All right, we're starting to get a little bit of a separation in the pack here. We got Taylor and Jason up there, David falling in close behind at 3, and then a kind of a tailing off here as we go further down. But the answer to this one was 27%. When I first look at the data, it's wild how much data YouTube has like on the background for these videos. But learning that it was only 25%, and then I started looking at like other YouTube channels, like was this like a normal thing? And it's just common across YouTube for channels to have like about that rough subscriber to watch notice. Like even the big ones, like you think about like what's his name? Gosh, that's why I looked it up. Not Bruzel, Mr. Beast. I looked up him. Yeah, and like it's for whatever reason, 27 or so percent. I think it's just, it makes sense. It's what I do when I scroll through channels. Sometimes you watch one cool thing, you move on to the next one. But yeah, if you are watching this and are not subscribed and you are enjoying this content though, hit that subscribe button. That way you don't miss when future videos come up. Because if a video comes up and you don't like it, you can just move on. But if you aren't subscribed, you're going to miss when all the videos go up, and there might be one that you want to watch but doesn't get recommended to you in the normal like feed algorithm. So hit the subscribe button, and then when they come up, if it's cool, watch it. If not, just move on and just watch the next thing in your feed. All right, what was my first video? This is going back 2 years. Spoiler, all 4 of these were my first 4 videos, but which of these was the first one that actually went out to post? Man, 1 is very sweet, very light and sweet, with no oak on it. I think 2 is still a heavy winner. Oh, yeah, we were split here. Top 10 ways to get Blanton's, and Reddit says you only need 5 bourbons. The correct answer is Reddit says you only need 5 bourbons. That was a very popular video to do. What was it, 2023? Every channel was doing it. And so that was the first one I put out. I thought it was a cool list video. But 10 ways to get Blanton's was my 3rd video. And that was probably the most edited of a video I've ever done. I spent so much time editing that video. Doing so much B-roll, different texts and cuts. The intro scene, I did like all these little like Blanton's like dropping on the table. But yeah, that was a lot of work. That was like the first one where I really cut my teeth on editing, was the Blanton's one. But the first one I ever posted was this Reddit one, and the thumbnail's atrocious. It's like my body with like the Reddit face on my head and like an orange void. I was just like making thumbnails like on my iPhone at the time. Had no idea what I was doing. I still don't really know what I'm doing. I'm like learning as I go. But at that time, man, it was rough. And no, Taylor, I do not remember at all. I have to go back and watch that video. I could guess, but I'm telling you, I probably maybe only get 1 right answer. I have no idea. Yep. Definitely get Knock Creek 12 if you don't have one. They're absolutely amazing. You can find them in Maryland for like $50. There's a store I know about that. I think Esquire still has them. You might only have 2 or 3 left, but at Esquire they're under $50. So definitely get them. It's like a killer bottle for a 12-year Knob Creek. All right, we're going to the next question here. Where have I not recorded a hunting video? I'm really liking that last one. It has a nice like char to it with sweetness. This one's a good one. All right, still got our leaders here. Pulling away from the pack. Chicago is the right answer. Never done a hunting video in Chicago. I actually do want to go to Chicago because they have some great stores there. It's like the next big like mecca bourbon outside of like DC and New York. It's one of the places like I've heard they have some great stores over there, and it's definitely a place I want to go hunting. But just never been. Rome, I could see why people would vote for that, but I actually have 2 Rome hunting videos. It's very odd. It's a very weird place to go hunting for bourbon. But found some cool ones out there. Found some older bottles that you can't find here in America. So if you're ever looking to go to Italy, I got some hunting videos out there for you. Definitely go check them out. And then yeah, Baltimore and OBX. So there's like I think live here in the DC area. Kind of more makes sense. Okay, what was my favorite video to make? I don't think Taylor knows the answer to this, so that's why he's being excommunicated from actually winning this game. But I don't know if I've actually said this one publicly in any video about actually what was my favorite video that I've made. All right, we got a little bit of split here. Most people said Father's Day in Kentucky, and that would make sense because that was probably the best haul I've ever had in a video. I got that's where I got the Eagle Rare 12. I got President's Choice Bourbon. I got the Michter's Barrel Strength Bourbon and Barrel Strength Rye. That was one heck of a trip. I also got the Father's Day Four Roses. I mentioned that? Yeah, Father's Day Four Roses bottles. That was a wild haul. And I got to do it with my brother John. So that was just a really cool trip. But the video that I had my most fun making, and it was my original vision for the show, was this Man vs. Dog Yellowstone limited edition video. And it's a video where me and Watson go head to head to see who can blind whiskey better. Obviously, dogs can't drink whiskey. So what I did for him is he had treat bowls on the ground, and they had different markers on the bowl. And whatever bowl he ran to was his guess. So it'd be like over, under 100 proof. Is it a bourbon? Yes, no. Different, like he guessed categories. And lo and behold, his like 50-50 guessing, Super Bowl style, ended up beating me. It was pretty depressing that day. But that was my most fun video making. And I would like to make more of those. It's just they do horrible. No one watches them. But it's more of like a passion project. Those are just like some of the cooler ones that I don't know. They're fun to make. David, I might take you up on that. I like myself a Chicago hot dog where you get they put it's like a pepper, a tomato. There's some other stuff in there too. I went to a wedding in Chicago and I came back and I made those Chicago hot dogs for like weeks because they were so good. Yes, this is another thing. Not Creed 21. I want one so bad. I've heard great things, absolutely great things, and I want one. I do. I really do. All right. Next thing here. Let's go to the next question. I don't think I clicked that. There we go. What's my record against Watson? I gave you a hint. I at least have lost once. But have I lost more than once? Gosh, this 2 is by far the best one. It's like hands down better than all rest of these combined. That's so good. That is so good. That's an old whiskey from like a bygone era. Yep, Taylor. All right, it's like almost he doesn't even exist. We're just like pretend he doesn't exist. And then yep, Watson, you're running ahead way here. And then we got Aaron Dancy is coming up on the rear. Ronnie, you guys are challenging for third. And if you get a couple questions right, you might be able to get up into second place if Watson is not looking out there because you guys are coming up strong here at the end. But the answer is you guys are 50-50. I appreciate you 5 people who thought it was a 1-1 tie. I really do. I am happy that you think I could beat a dog at drinking whiskey, but he is actually 0-2. He's beat me twice. And it's pretty depressing that he beat me twice. And that's another reason why I've been made more of these is because I keep losing. But I don't know. I really want to make more of them. Let me know if you like something you guys want to watch. But I think I'm going to keep making more of these because I need to have a winning record. I can't leave this at an 0-2 record like that. I just can't do that, right? Can't have that happen. But the worst thing is if I keep making them and then say I go like 0-10, like I don't even know where I go from there. I guess maybe it's just like his channel going forward. Like, yeah, I don't know. But let's do the next question here. What was my number 1 whiskey in 2024? We're going back to last year. Last year, what was my number 1 whiskey? All right, number 2 is dead number 1 for me. And then now I'm going to be trying to figure out what thing comes in second and third place in this blind. That's just sweet. Again, this is not fair because Taylor was actually at this event where I blinded them all, which was a day. That we drank through like 22 bourbons in one day, split them up, did like 12 sets in the morning to make what would go in the top 20. Then we redrink the 20 again to get down to the top 10. Then drink the top 10 to get down to the top 5. It was a long day. But only one person got this right. It was the 13th Colony 50th anniversary. This bottle right here. This is an absolute killer bottle. Every time I put that thing in a blind with other people, it smacks it. No one really thinks about it because they got so much bad rap around the time that bottle came out because of the 13 Colony Double Oaks that not many people really looked at the 15th anniversary. And I'm telling you, that bottle is fantastic. 109 proof, great flavor, and it does in a blind beat all these, which is sad to say because Russell 15 is fantastic. That's like the second best bottle on this list. I understand why 6 people said that answer. That would have been my guess, blind, like not even like before drinking any of these, it'd be Russell's. I'm telling you that 13th Colony, if you never get a taste of it, get one because it's special. And I don't have a backup bottle, but I really need to try because it's one of those special bottles that is absolutely fantastic. All right, next question. What tier did I put Old Forester 1920 in the tier list video for Old Forester? This is a pretty recent video. I think this was like maybe 2-3 months ago. All right, I think I'm going to put that one back a little bit. See that? Yeah, one is just so sweet. It's so sweet, like a light sweetness, like vanilla, light caramel. All right, Jason, you're still holding strong there at 2. Got a nice 800-point lead. Aaron Dancy is taking over 3rd. David, what's going on? David falling out in the 4th, and Ronnie pulling through here at 5th. We still got plenty of game time here. What question are we on? We're like question like halfway through. I can't see anymore, but still got room to make it up. Because again, Taylor doesn't count. I'm not. He's not a person here. But Jason, Aaron, David, you guys all got rooms there to make rooms. Even Ronnie. Ronnie can make a move. Yeah. What can I see? What question we're on? Yeah, bottom left. 13. We're only halfway through. There's plenty of game time for people. Plenty of game time for people to catch up. But most of you put B, which I understand why you would. That makes sense. I think that's what most people would do. But I put it in D tier. And I got the most shit for doing that. Which I understand. It's a love bottle. So many people love that bottle. But I'm telling you, the last like 2 or 3 batches that I've had have been horrendous. It's just like ethanol in your face, and it's just not that good anymore. It's just not. I think it's more ethanol than flavor. I understand why you recommend it. It's on every shelf. It's easy for people to go get. And from what I understand, when that was the old label, they actually used to be really good. But yeah, it's just not something I recommend people because I just don't think the value's there. And there's other things you can get that are as easy to accessible to get at that proof point for the price too. For me, it's a easy D tier for me, but that's probably my most hottest take for Old Forester. And I got a lot of people. I think I might be in the minority yet because a lot of people weren't too happy about that one. Yeah, I'm really struggling with what goes in second place here in this blind. So this one's a hard one. I forget this every time, and I have to go back and watch the videos for myself. So whenever I go hunting for Four Roses recipes, I'm like, wait, which recipe did I like? Which one won? What ones do I enjoy? What even does E and B mean? So I had to go actually watch this video to answer this. Let me give you 15 more seconds. Which one was my favorite? It's almost a little sea salt to that fifth one. Oh, this one's split. Yeah, this one's a hard one. Look at that. That's basically guessing. You guys all just guessed, which I would be honest, I'd be guessing too, because I don't know the answer to it until I watch the video again. And it was OESQ, this top one here. Yeah, it was that was tough. We're gonna have to run through this a little quicker. I just got a notification that my battery has 20% left for my phone because it's not on charge. So we're gonna cut through this and try and move this a little quicker here. What video has the least amount of views? Interesting. I think C might have the most oak out of two here. This third one, but it's almost a little tannic. Dave has moved back to third. This was also another guessing one, which makes sense because I think almost all these videos are back from 2023. They all are. All these are from 2023. And the two ones that are really close, and I think they might have flipped up recently because one of these used to be the lowest one. It's the what bottle should you bring to your fantasy draft and what gift should you give your whiskey friends this Christmas? They're both at like 101, 103 views. But the one that is the lowest one right now is this what gifts should you bring for your Christmas friends? I think a couple of them must have watched that this past Christmas or something because it bumped it up. Because this fantasy draft one used to be the lowest one, and it was because I had like a spelling issue in the thumbnail. The thumbnail says like DARF or something instead of draft, and I just never corrected it. But yeah, those are the two lowest ones. Yeah, going the opposite now. What video has the most views? Yeah, dude, this I'm telling you, 2 is amazing, and I'm just everything else. I'm struggling to even compare to number 2 in this class here. All right, Aaron Dancy is moving up to second. Now, this speed run, I think, is making a ton of moves here. Aaron is breaking away. Jason's falling to third. David, you're going down to fourth here. Still only wins game between you three. But the one that has the most views, this is also a guess one. Wow, 1132. The answer is the Wild Turkey one, the news kind of esque one. I've noticed my news type videos do better. I don't know if that's because like I kind of like a news setup here where I'm like to the left and the right, but this one is by far done the best of all the videos I had by like 2 or 3 times. But the Kentucky one is not far off. All right, going on to the next question. Why did I go to New Hampshire for a hunting video? I'm now trying to speed run which of these is my favorite. Because again, it's hard to taste them and talk at the same time. Aaron's got a solid second place now, getting like 1,400 little loop there. And then David and Watson, you guys are neck and neck for that third place. But the answer to this one is to get my lottery for the Weller single barrel. I thought this one might be tricky because I also got the JD14 in it. And then, I don't know, maybe these are like kind of reasons why I go, but it was to get the Weller single barrel that I got in the lottery. All right. Whose lottery entry won me the chance to get this 13th Colony 15th anniversary bottle in the hunt video in Mount Georgia? This is mentioned in the video at least once, maybe twice. But who's the one that won the lottery for me to go down and go get it? Oh, I hope you do, man. I hope you come and get him. Knock him off his pedestal. $50-50, mom and brother. The answer is my mom. My mom is the one who won. If my brother won, he probably would have gone and gotten himself. But my mom won, and I ended up flying down. But no girlfriend. Come on, guys. Not a single person. But let's see here. Next one. What was the original name for the channel? This is the first name for the channel. It makes its appearance in the first couple of videos, and then I ended up changing it to the name that it is today. Yeah, that last one almost has like a sea salt taste to it. I don't have water. I wish I brought my water. Christine, coming out of nowhere. I totally did not see your name coming up at all. Popped up to 4th. Taking out David. Man. Yeah, Aaron, I hope you can catch Tyler. I really do. The answer was, it looks like a little split here. The answer was the Bourbon Retriever. I don't know why I had the for the longest time, but I did. It's like almost like how the fact that you had the Facebook. It sounds super pretentious. I ended up dropping the and just was Bourbon Retriever. I still say the Bourbon Retriever a lot of times, like in the sentence, it just kind of flows. But I just thought it was a little too pretentious to have the in it, so I ended up just dropping it, making it simpler, making it Bourbon Retriever. All right. What is the only bottle I reviewed where the ad revenue from YouTube covered the cost of the bottle? Against traditional belief, you don't get that much ad revenue on YouTube. And there's only been one bottle in the whole history of the channel that I've able to cover cost of buying the bottle. That doesn't include taxes because revenue, YouTube takes a cut and then you have taxes on top of that. But just the revenue I got from YouTube covered the cost of the bottle. Christine, man, you were coming up. Watson's still holding his own. Dancy's got a nice little lead there. This is also a split vote, but it is Russell's 10. I think what helps is that Russell's 10 is such a cheap bottle. It's the cheapest bottle on this list, and that's basically why that it was able to cover cost. It also helped that it was the LLME, which kind of blew up for a period there where they were chasing that certain laser code. All right. What is the name of the lamb in my background? This little guy right here. Never talk about him. This is not in any video, but he's right here. What is his name? He's just been there forever. Basically, Watson was using him as a toy, and I could not get him to stop playing with it. So I hit him up here, and I kind of forgot about him, and he just has been a staple of the show ever since, just kind of staying up there in the video. David takes back to 4th place. The answer is no name. If you guys have a proposed name for Lammy back here, Lamb Chop, all ears for it. But currently there's no name for my sidekick here on the channel. Makes it in every video. So I'm always looking for a name for it. But yeah, currently there's no name for Lammy. What is the bottle that I paid the most for? I think I misspelled this, but what is the bottle that I paid the most for, basically, is this question. I did a video where the top 10 bottles I've most paid for, and like, did I regret them or not? And in the video, I talk about the bottle that I paid the most for. Yep, it was the LME batch, that video. All right, Aaron, still killing it. All right, let's answer this one. Everyone guessed Calumet, and it's not the right answer. It is the wild turkey. This Dusty, I bought it at Neat in Kentucky for an ungodly amount of money. But it's because it was my birthday bottle. I was born in 1990. Got me a birthday one. So that's the most expensive one. Calumet comes in a close second, though. A very close second. But it was the wild turkey. No one got that right. All right, in the video, which bottle is not on the list? I made a list of the best bottles for your time and money for each major distillery, Wild Turkey, Jack Daniels, all of them. Which of these bottles did not make the list? That's really good. I think I might be moving up to second place now from last. Aaron's still holding second. Jason Watson, same old lineup here. Makes sense why I said Eagle Rare. The reason Eagle Rare has made the list is because that's the bottle I chose for Buffalo Trace. You have to pick a bottle from Buffalo Trace. It's hard to pick one for time or money, but that's the one I went to. I think it doesn't have much secondary on it. It's pretty more red available, so that one won for Buffalo Trace. The answer was Jack Daniel's Barrel Proof Bourbon, which, don't get me wrong, I think it is a great value for the money. The reason is I only picked one from each distillery, and JD Barrel Proof Rye took the spot. I think the rye is better value. Rye is more expensive generally, harder to make. There aren't really that many other great ryes, and the bourbon it's very closely lost out to the rye. I'm down to 5% battery, and we're going to quickly get through this. We have 2 questions left. In the video, whiskey I used to love, but not anymore, which one is not listed? So these are all bottles that I used to love, but no longer like today. But one of these bottles was not in that video. Hey, David's coming. Oh, Watson, you're falling off here. David's coming to third, challenging Dancy. You guys are only 400 points away. That is wild with one question left. The answer to this is Blanton's. Only one person got it right. Yeah, that was one that didn't make the video. Well, the foolproof was in it, but Blanton's did not. Last question, guys. Big one. There's a 400 point difference between the guy second place and third. So you guys, I'm gonna give you 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2. I'll give you guys 15 more seconds on this because it's the last one. What is my top whiskey of 2025 heading into allocation series? So I had a video maybe 5 months ago. I think it was like June or something. What video was my #1 whiskey in that video going into allocation season? Oh, Jason came back. Wow. Jason, you snuck it in there at the last question. All right, Taylor, you don't count. But Jason, you won today. Aaron came in second. But the answer was Calumet. That was the one that had it going into the end of the year. If I end it, it's going to show. I know, Jason, you won. But I think this is going to show us if I get out of this? Yeah. All right. So daily don't count, but Jason, you won tonight. Hit me up on my email address after this video. The email address is in the comments below, and I'll get you out a sample pack of this 12-year blind here. Congrats, everyone else. Thank you for joining. How do I stop sharing this? I don't know. I think my phone died. Is it? I'm like, I look blurry. Wait. Well, you can at least hear me. Thank you all for joining. Man, is my video out really? All right, we're switching to the other camera. Thank you guys for joining. I really appreciate it. Jason, congrats on winning tonight. This is my laptop camera now, side camera for this today. The winner of the blind today was the JD14 or JD12. JD12 was number one. I'd rushed the last couple in this list here. So these could definitely be different on other days because I feel like I wasn't actually able to like sit down and like really think about them. But I had Wild Turkey 12 coming in a second. I had the Eagle Rare 12 coming in third. And then I had Lot B in the, well, a 12, and then Lot B came in last place. Last place tonight for Lot B. You know, whatever. It is what it is. Fresh crack, if you want to say that. Doesn't live up expectations, maybe. But it was actually pretty good all night. It's just at midnight, it got like the salty sea cracker note to it that went down the list. It originally was like in second or third place. And just when I kept going back to it, I get that saltiness to it. But kind of fell off the end. But I think these could get flipped up any other day of the week, except the JD12. The JD12 was a hand-down winner. But yeah, Jason, you could try these, and you can let me know which one was your favorite. But thank you guys for joining tonight. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys have a good rest of your night, and see you guys until the next video. Cheers. How do I end this?